Hey! So I'm back with another reading for you for January 2020 this time. Cannot believe we are nearly into a new decade. How crazy is that? And where has this year gone? So yeah, I've decided to do a video for January 2020, a reading for you, but it's going to be slightly different. I'm going to be using the star signs within the elements. So we'll start off with earth signs, which are Capricorn, Virgo and Taurus. And I've just kind of chosen from different decks and just seen which cards came out. I've already shuffled them, so they're all in front of me now, and I'll just go through each element and just go through what came up for the energies around January 2020. Thank you for tuning in, and I won't talk too much. I'll just get on with the reading because if not I do babble on a bit. So okay, so the first card that came out for earth signs was thankful. Okay, and what I picked up from this was that at the moment you may be focusing too much on kind of everything in your own little bubble, your own little world, and kind of not really seeing or experiencing what's going on around you. And that's in terms of people wanting to give you assistance, people wanting to help you, people being there for you, caring for you, doing things for you, saying nice things, wanting to spend time with you. You're kind of oblivious to it all, I'm feeling. So on this, the lady here has got her eyes closed. So you can see she's got her eyes closed and she's cuddling up to a little cat, and and that's kind of the cat is a symbol of kind of unconditional love and care and support and just all like nice feelings, and the nice things that people can give to us and animals can give to us, and but she's asleep to it, so she's blind to it at the moment. And it's like maybe been doing so much, or you've been working so much, or you've had a lot going on. Obviously it's just been Christmas, so maybe you've been blinded by everything that's going on around you and just not really realizing the people or the situations or the things around you that are there for you and to support you. And I feel like it's been getting you down a bit. Maybe you have been feeling a bit sad or a bit alone, or a bit lost or stuck, but you just need to open your eyes. You just need to become aware of how people may have tried to help you or support you, and it might be that you might be pushing them away in some way. But that's what's coming through, and I feel this thankful message is about being thankful for those people who do support you, who are trying to help you and encourage you and make you feel better. It's just to be aware of those people. It's definitely people, I feel. I don't feel like it's anything else, but there's certain people who are trying to help you, and just need to open your eyes and just be grateful for it, and just accept it with open arms. So then the next messages that were coming through were wait. And it says here, don't rush into action right now, bide your time for better results. So this brings through a message of kind of like a fast-paced energy. There's a lot going on for you. As I say, you've been in this like your own world. You've been so busy and focused on. I kind of get like a feeling of tunnel vision. But you're in this energy of it's got to be done now. It's got I've got to do this now, or I've got to rush this, or everything needs to be in place before this, or something like that. And it's kind of a fast-paced energy, and I just got a bit dizzy with it. Actually, it feels like it's making you dizzy. Just this fast-paced energy is like. Just having to do everything, and this is just as it says wait, but it's about slowing down, and not wanting to not having to do everything all at once to make something happen now, or be okay, like be perfect, or in place for maybe the new year. Even though this is for January 2020, but I do feel like this is actually like you trying to forward plan for January 2020, and this is a message to say you don't need to, okay? You just need to just go with where you're at the moment, okay? Just be okay with where you're at the moment and just pause. Like, this is a message about pausing and waiting and just being, you're just slowing down and just calming down, and just trusting that it will all work out. It will all be fine. However it is, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, you just need to slow down. If not, you could be going into January 2020 just feeling so tired and worn out, and it's not a good way to start the new year. So this is definitely a message to slow down and pause. And then, strangely, it's a bit contradictory really, but the next one is playtime. But what this actually means is start to have more fun. Like, stop being so serious, stop taking everything so seriously. I suppose with all of that fast-paced energy, and you know, being in that tunnel vision and just doing all the being so busy, and yeah, just in that energy, it's making you feel, it's like I got the word grouchy, so it's making someone really grouchy. But it's also taking away the fun of life, and you're not really enjoying yourself at the moment in doing that. So when you're slowing down, so it kind of goes with this card, when you're slowing down and you're pausing, take some time to think about what makes you happy, what makes you feel like you're having fun and actually being yourself, and getting in touch with your kind of inner child again, I guess, and just having a bit of you time, having a bit of play time. And this is definitely, you know, these do definitely go together. So yeah, just lighten up a bit, I guess. Don't sound very nice, does it? But yeah, just lighten the load, lighten up a bit, have some fun, relax, do things you enjoy. And the next card kind of follows on brilliantly. So the last card for you, Earth signs, is break free. So break free from those negative thoughts, or you know, from those that tunnel vision. Break free from the tunnel, I'm hearing, and something about being an adult. Like, obviously when we're adults, we've got all these responsibilities. You know, we can't have as much fun as we did when we were kids. Well, you know, you can, but you probably feel like you can't. And you know, yes, kids don't have responsibilities, and adults do, and we have to worry about all of these different things, but from time to time you can actually get in touch with that inner child again, and you can break free from those rules and, you know, responsibilities, and you know, you can take time out. You know, it doesn't always have to be like that. All right, so that's your January 2020 message for Earth signs. I hope that resonated. Please let me know in the comments below. Like, share and subscribe, and obviously you don't have to watch the rest of the video, but you can do if you want. And if you know your rising sign or your moon sign, and if they're in any of the other elements, then carry on watching. But if not, thank you and see you soon. Okay, so we then got water signs. So the water signs ones I used, well, most of the cards have come out from the Mermaids and Dolphins pack by Doreen Virtue, and they are full of water, which is very, very relevant. So the first card that's come out is Waves of Prosperity, and this says new abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. Wow, so starting the new year on a really positive note there. There's going to be, waves of good things coming in. And I just heard, you know, don't get too excited. It's not going to be like, well, it could be massive things that come in, and, you know, really, really big things and good things, and, you know, could be, you know, new people, new experiences, money, like anything like that. But sometimes it can come in little dribs and drabs and little trinkets. Why would I say trinkets? What's the word I just had? Not just kind of like trickles. That's the word. Yeah. So like trickles of water, trickles of good things, and you start to see these little trickles of good things, and don't be kind of, don't think, oh well, that's not a lot, you know, or oh, I thought there was going to be all this, you know, really good stuff coming in, and it's only these little things. Whatever comes in, be grateful for, because the more you are grateful for just the little good things that come in, more bigger things come in from you being grateful, and you will start to see more and more and more, or you will start to see bigger and bigger and bigger things coming in that are good. So be grateful for everything good that comes in, okay? Even if it's like, I don't know, someone compliments you, that's classed as like a good thing coming in, you know. Even though it says prosperity, doesn't have to always be money, unfortunately. You know, it's great if it is, but prosperity is feeling, is, you know, the feeling of abundance and feeling like, you know, oh, good things are happening to me in whatever form, shape or form. It's good things that are happening to you. So be grateful for anything good that comes in, even if you find a penny on the street. Do you know what I mean? It's saying thank you for, you know, abundance. Thank you for this coin, or, you know, this good thing that I've seen, and see it as good luck or something like that. You know, always look at the positive messages from it, and always be grateful for anything good. Okay. And next one is pay attention. Now, I feel like this really goes well with the first card. So pay attention to good things that are coming in. Pay attention to all of the things that you wouldn't normally pay attention to. So if you're walking around and you're and the sun's out, like, you might, you know, I'm sure you do pay attention to the sun, because this time of year it's like really good to have a bit of sunshine, isn't it? But, you know, if you notice, I don't know, notice the sky is brighter, or if you notice there's beautiful colours, like, I know, on the trees, or you know what I mean, just like anything you don't normally notice, start noticing, start being more aware. And the more aware that you can be in your surroundings, strangely has an effect on the awareness that you have within yourself as well. Because as soon as you notice something that you haven't noticed before, it's kind of like when you're a child and you get curious and you start to like look about and you get excited, and then it brings up that excitement within you. It's like it kind of like, you then start to mirror like the way you know, the surroundings and everything is kind of like, yeah, it's like a mirror in a way. And yeah, you get excited if you see something exciting, or you feel happier if you notice the sun, and you just take that in, and you take in that warmth, and it makes you feel warm. So yeah, I'm sure you know what I mean from that. So let's say also here, notice repetitious signs and your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. So it's also about being aware of anything that you see over and over again. So I've talked about this in one of my Instagram videos. It's about recognizing signs, recognizing things that you see a lot of, or if you hear the same song all the time, or if you see the same numbers all the time, start to get curious about what they mean. Don't just be like, oh, that's nothing, that's just something I see all the time. So yeah, start to pay attention to that, because it's a lot of the time it's you know, trying to get a message to you, especially if it's numbers or songs, like song lyrics, things like that. It's worth really paying attention. And if you see certain birds or certain animals, and you're a bit curious as to why you keep seeing them, then have a look, you know, have a look at symbolism, you know, things like that. So that's really, yeah, really interesting message there. And then your last one is quite a positive one. It's quite an exciting one. It's set your sights higher. Now, what this means is you are probably I don't know, a lot of the time people go into January they go into the new year, not January 2020 all the time, do they? I was going to say that, but they go into the new year with all of these kind of goals, or resolutions, things like that, and a lot of them are just kind of mundane things. They're like, well, you might want to lose weight and that's fine, or you might want to quit smoking and that's fine. But what this is saying is, think outside the box. Think about what you would dream of doing. What would you like? What can you imagine yourself doing that's just amazing? Like, what would you really, really want to do in life? And you don't have to kind of, I don't know, what's the word I'm trying to think of. So you don't have to like fully believe like that you can achieve it, but just play with it. Just kind of think, oh, do you know what? Like, next year I'm gonna climb a mountain, and you probably never thought in a million years you would climb a mountain. Or I'm gonna I don't know. I cannot think of anything, but I've just got all these like things that want to come out, and that might be where you're at as well. It's like all this fogginess. It's like, I really want to do something really big, and that's what I'm feeling. Is like there might be a thing going on for water signs. It's like, it's really foggy, like it's really unclear as to what I actually want to do. Like, what do I want to do next year? What do I want to do for my life? Like, just feel a bit like, oh, yeah, I just want to lose weight. Oh, I just want to, I don't know. Yeah, like I say, quit smoking, or start running, or, whatever it is. But that doesn't feel big enough. And this card is like, yeah, you set your sights higher. You can do much, much more. You can plan bigger things for your life, even if that's all it is just making a plan for where you want to be in your future. That's what this card is just saying, come on, think bigger. You can do something. You can do amazing things. And this is all about starting to put those puzzle pieces in place. Next year is a 4-year, which is it's about being in alignment with your true self. Like, number 4 is a very spiritual aligned number. It's being fully aligned with your purpose, your passions, with who you are deep down. And next year is a powerful year. And I love double-digit numbers, as you'll probably notice. I post a lot about numbers and double and triple numbers, and they're all very spiritual, and they bring you, as I said, they all bring you into alignment with who you truly are deep down. And 2020 is obviously double digits, and I always think of 2020 vision. When you go to have your eyes tested, and every time I'm hearing 2020 at the moment, I'm thinking vision. Okay, and this is what this card is all about. It's vision. Have a vision for your future. Start to plan those big, exciting dreams and goals that you've always wanted to do. And I feel like next year is a really good booster year to kickstart those dreams. Even if you don't do them within 2020, but start to get excited about it. Start to kind of think more about it, and put those plans in place. Okay, so that was your January 2020 reading for water signs, Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio. I probably didn't say that at the start, did I? Probably a bit late now. But yeah, I hope that resonated. And same as I said on the last one, if you have a can't get my words out today. If you have a moon sign or rising sign in any of the other elements, then check out those timestamps and check out those readings. And if you're not going to carry on watching, then see you later, and thank you for tuning in. So on to air signs now. So air signs are Libra, Aquarius and Gemini. So we only had 2 cards for air signs, but I feel like there's going to be big messages. Generally, it doesn't matter whether you have 10 cards or 2 cards, you know, it's just about the content in the cards. So so for January 2020, we have, for air signs, Divine Magic, which is a really exciting card. It's a really magical card, and actually I am one for watching other people's readings on here, and I've been listening to my own, which is Libra. I'm actually Libra Sun and Moon, so quite strong in Libra, and all of the readings that I've been going to have said that Libras in particular, from the air signs, are going to have quite a magical 2020 or January, and it's really exciting actually. It just feels like a bit of a breath of fresh air, because I feel like air signs tend to be very in their head a lot, and very kind of always trying to balance things and overthinking a lot, and you know, things like that. And that has caused a lot of stress over the last, I'd probably say, I was going to say year, but I feel like it's more like 2 years, to be fair. Probably you've been juggling a lot, you've been through a lot, you've had to handle a lot, you've had so much going on in your heads, and it feels like I say, a breath of fresh air in 2020, in January 2020. There's new things coming in. There's I've just had new projects, so if someone's working on a project, there's going to be a new project. There's exciting changes coming, whether that's in career or love or friendships, you know, whatever area. I've just had, it's not all about the finances. So if someone's thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna be really successful, I'm gonna have loads of big changes in, you know, money, things like that, I'm hearing, don't get too tied up on the money. That just came through. So some people don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. But the reason being is because I just looked at the clock at 22:22. How amazing is that? That's all about balance. So, and I was just shown some scales actually, and I know this is very heavily Libra, so I apologise for Aquarius and Gemini, but you know, if anything resonates for you in this as well, then please do take it, because you are air signs as well. So, but yeah, I've just seen scales, so there's a lot of balancing going on at the moment, but in January 2020 it feels like those scales are going to start to settle. And just going back to the money thing, because I feel like I've kind of walked away from that, the reason being for the money thing is because you are thinking that money's going to come in by a certain way, in a certain way, and you need to let go of that. You need to let go of how you're going to be able to do better with finances, you know, things like that, or earn more money, things like that. Let go of that idea, because the more you follow your passions, your purpose, your heart, the things you love, the more you let go of the things that you don't love, and you start to follow your intuition, I guess, or your guidance, your inner guidance and your heart, and you start to do the things that you are drawn to, that either won't matter as much, money won't matter as much, or you'll start to see, same as another sign, you'll start to see little trickles of good things coming in, and little bits of money that add up, or you know, money will come in through just it will come in unexpected ways, I'm hearing. So yeah, just don't get too caught up on the big ways of earning money. Like, so I think that is maybe to do with someone maybe thinking of changing a job and going for like a higher paid job or something. Don't worry about that. You know, if you feel like you have to do that and it's not really speaking to your heart, but you have to do it because you want to provide for your family more, you want to be able to afford things more, so you're going to go for a higher paid job, don't do it for just the money. So this is I don't know why this has come up from this card. It's a really strange card to come up from, but I'll just go with what comes through. And it says extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. So again, it's the magical ways that things can come in for you, and I've just heard expect the unexpected. And that's really strange because just lately, and bear in mind I'm a double Libra, so just lately I have been embracing the unexpected. Okay, embracing the unpredictable, and that might be a message for you as well. So yeah, so that was an interesting card. And then the next one is Imrama, and this is from Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. Beautiful cards these are. And that says, where are you being called to journey to? Okay, so this goes back to not being so much in your head and being more in your heart and your soul, and following where they lead you to rather than where your head leads you to. So if you're being drawn to, like I say, a job with more money, a job that's more kind of respected or will make you look better, but you're not feeling it, you're not really feeling that you want to do it, you're just doing it for the sake of it, this is going, I just see a big cross that's going, don't go there, okay? Don't follow that route, just follow where you were pulled to. If you feel like restricted or you feel like resistance to it, that's a clear sign not to go down that route. And it says, where are you being called to journey to? Does it say that? Yeah, it's a journey to. So think about where you're being called to journey to, you know, and sometimes we have to go back to go forward, I've just heard as well. So if you feel like I say, if you feel like you're being like resistant to going down a certain route, imagine you're on a pathway and you've got like this route to go down and this route to go down, and you start to go down this route and then you feel like there's a resistance, or you know, you feel like, oh, I don't feel right about this, or you know, I'm not really happy about it. You can stop, turn around and go down the other route. You can do that, okay? It's your choice, your life, okay? Don't worry about if there's an audience watching, you know. If like, I just got an image of you know, when people do like running races and you've got all these people standing like alongside the paths and they're all like gonna watch you run. I just got an image of like people watching you walk, and it's like, don't worry about all the other people watching, what their views are, what they're thinking of you. You know, it's not up to them, it's your path to walk, it's not their path, okay? They're the ones just standing there, they're not the ones actually walking the path. Alright, so that was a strange message, but quite like that. So I hope, and that's quite a big message in there. I feel like that had a lot of content, and like I say, it doesn't matter if you've got 2 cards or 10. That was a big message. Okay, so I hope that that resonated, signs. And if you did, then comment below, like, share, subscribe. And if I've just explained to you the other elements in the other readings, that, you know, check out your sun, moon and rising. If your moon and rising are in any of the other elements, check out those readings on the timestamps below. And if not, then thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all soon. Bye. Okay, so we've now got fire signs for your January 2020 reading. So fire signs are Leo, Aries and Sagittarius. So the first card we got for January 2020 is self-forgiveness. Okay, so what I'm hearing is, or seeing, should I say, is that I feel like you've had a lot of changes in terms of forgiving other people or letting people off the hook. You may not have done the whole big forgiveness thing, you may not have even had to do that, you know, but over the last year or few years, you may have had changes with relationships. You may have had to let things slide. you know, build bridges, just step away, remove yourself, you know, do whatever you have to do to separate yourself from the issue or from the person, and now you're in a place of, okay, that's done. Or you may not be, you may still be in that, within that, you know, you may still be having issues with certain people, and you're not sure what to do, but either way, wherever you're at, this is a message to start looking within yourself for forgiveness. You know, are you feeling, it says here, let go of old guilt, remember that you're God's perfect child. So this is about letting go of any guilt, any shame, anything you're blaming yourself for, okay? Because a lot of the time we can easily blame ourselves, you know, we can be really hard on ourselves, but what this is to say is that a lot of the time, these things come from a good place. They come from a good intention. Guilt is actually a feeling or emotion because you don't want to hurt someone else. You know, you're doing it because you don't want to hurt someone else. So that's actually a loving place to come from, okay? Yeah, sometimes we do some things that we say some things that we don't mean, and we do some things that we don't mean, or we can't do some things that we wanted to do and we feel really hard on ourselves. And it's like, let yourself off the hook, okay? I don't know why I've just got an image of someone hanging on a hook, and it's like, I just want to lift you up and take you off that and release you and release the pressure. And that's what I feel like January 2020 is going to help you do. It's like, okay, right, this is a fresh start. It's time for me to start thinking, not about myself. Like, I don't feel like, it's not going on think about myself and no one else. It's just, yeah, it's just a little bit less pressure off yourself. Take the pressure off yourself, okay? We're all doing the best we can with what we've got and, you know, what we know. So yes, we all make mistakes, okay? Everyone makes mistakes. One of my videos on Instagram was about, oh God, it's gone. It was about recognising the intention behind things that we do and things that we say, and, you know, really look at that. You know, have you said something that was out of order? You know, have you got angry over something? Have you done something silly that you really shouldn't have done, and you're being really hard on yourself? Well, take yourself back, rewind just a bit, and look at the intention behind it, okay? What was the intention behind it in the first place? You know, was it to make someone else happy? Was it to make you feel better because you've had a really rough time lately and all you needed was something to make you feel a bit better? Was it to spare someone else getting hurt, you know? Because actually that is a nice place to come from, okay? That's the intention. So actually a lot of the time our intentions are good, okay? So yeah, this self-forgiveness thing doesn't have to be like, it also isn't about you being the one you're to blame. Like, it isn't about, oh, they're not to blame but I am, and it's not about that. It's just looking at the part where you are maybe being hard on yourself, and it's like, just let yourself off the hook, okay? And then the next card is Six of Gabriel, and it says, congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships and promotions. So this is about recognising how far you've come, all right? There's been a strong message coming through recently for, I don't know, I would say myself as a Libra, but I don't think it's related to Libra. I just think in general there is a message coming through a lot about not going into the past to just wallow there, like not going back into the past and looking at all the bad things that have happened and replaying them all in your mind and then just sitting there and wallowing in that, because that's no good. That's not going to help you at all. It's just going to stir up old emotions that don't need to be. They just feel like they need recycling right now. They just feel like they need getting rid of, you know, or just placing away, and just, you know, they're no use anymore. Okay. I feel like these are like past things that that you've already done work on. I feel like you're maybe going back and you're like sitting in these places that you've been before, and you've cried about it before, and you've got angry about it many times, and it's like it's no use anymore. Like, you just need to get rid of that. And it's about using the past in a more positive way. Okay, so look at those situations. Maybe you can go back to them, but don't sit there and wallow in them and get angry about them and upset about them again, but actually use them as a positive tool. Like, use them to think, okay, where was I then? Where am I now? What have I done? You know, what changes have I made? You know, have I healed in this area? What have I done, you know, since then? You know, what have I been able to create for myself because of what happened then? You know, what have I taught myself? What lessons have I learned? How has that shown up in my life? You know, what good things have I managed to do because of that? You know, and it's just looking at it in a different way. It's recognizing, you know, your achievements, your shifts, your changes, your growth, your confidence building, you know, whatever you've done, it's recognizing those good things. Okay. And then the last one is 6 of Michael. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. Okay, so I feel like this is obviously a very positive card. And I believe that this is probably going to come about, you know, once you've kind of recognised your growth. When you can actually sit there and you can say, do you know, I've done pretty good things. You know, I've come a long way. I've done this, I've done that. I've recognised a shift in me. I have gone through tough things and I've come out the other side. And when you start to voice that and you start to feel that and you start to just settle into that, that actually creates more change and more growth just by doing that. You know, just in that awareness, just in that acceptance, just in that appreciation for yourself. And what that does is that brings about a new energy, and people can feel that energy. People can sense that energy. You know, if you go to you might then get new ideas. You might get an idea to apply for a new job, or, you know, come up with a creative project or something like that, because you created this light within you. You've created this space within you, and it's really listening to yourself, and your body's going, oh, thank you. You know, I'm gonna help you now. And it's almost like, you know, you come up with these ideas, and you know, you just inspire yourself, I think, because, you know, when someone says to you, you know, oh, you're really good at this, you know, oh, you are, if they give you a compliment or whatever it is, it always like brightens you up, doesn't it? But when you give it to yourself, it's almost like a super boost. It's like, whoa, okay, so I can do this. I can, you know, I just feel so much better because, you know, I've just given this to myself. And that's what this card is all about. And it's going to bring about good things. It's going to inspire you to do better things. And that's going to only bring in good things into your life. So, you know, maybe a new career, maybe a new creative project, maybe it will lead on to, you know, new friendships, new relationships, new partnerships, you know, things like that, because of the energy that you're giving off. And it's kind of like you're a magnet to those good things. So really good, positive January 2020 reading for you, fire signs, and I hope you really enjoyed that. I hope it resonated. If it did, then comment, like, share, subscribe. And you know, if you've got any of the other elements in your moon and rising signs, then check those out as well. But for now, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Happy New Year to every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.